Hi friends, I am back. This is Mayla. I'm back with another video. We are in project number 2 for today. I'm at my mother-in-law's house and I am just turning on the camera because when I first got here she had company and I didn't want to pull out the camera while her company was here, but I am going to turn the camera around and show you what we're going to do. This is the first time we have gotten out in her garden for the season, so we got some weeds to pull, you know, some mulch to lay, we got to fertilize, we got to prune a little bit, but her garden beds, and we got a couple of plants that we need to, not a couple, maybe about 10 plants that we need to plant. She bought some daylilies that she wants to get in the ground. I purchased her a rose to match the rose that we planted last year, and then we have some hostas. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, show you what we got, and we're gonna get started. All right. Okay, so this is what her garden bed is looking like. Oh, I was zoomed in that whole time. This is what her garden bed is looking like. This is the rose that I planted last year. Still very small. It should take off and grow this year and on into next year. She's got 6 of these daylilies. They are perennial, Stella Deora, and they are part sun, so we're probably gonna put like 2 here. Then we're gonna put 2 over here in this corner, and then 2 on the other side where I'm gonna plant her new rose. But we got some hostas coming up. We've got another rose here that she planted last year. And then we got some asparagus fern or foxtail fern back there, the hostas. Now these, I think these are, oh, is this a weed growing up through here? No, these are some, I believe these are some, I can't think of it right now, but they are trying to come back. They're the Lord Petalums, the 2 Lord Petalums. They're looking very puny, but we got some work to do, and then we got a bunch of mulch to put down. So, and then we're gonna hook her drip back up and get that started. So let's get with it. I want to show you guys this side. This is the rose that I purchased from Heirloom Roses. This matches the exact same roses on the other side. It is the Parfuma Earth Angel, and it is a 1 gallon. Heirloom Roses, so that's gonna go there. And then we're gonna put the other 2 daylilies right here on the corner. She has some other daylilies that have died, and that we had the I just pulled all this out of this bed along with a few leaves, and there are a couple of macrophylla small hydrangeas over here that are barely hanging on. I've been trying to fertilize and amend the soil to see if we can get them to bloom, but they have never bloomed for her. We've got some salvia here that she planted.
You are currently being recorded.
Over here we've got 3 hostas that she purchased that I'm going to plant right here in this corner. And then we've got a lot of weeds to pull. So we're just going to get everything cleaned up for her. And all right. It's Blue Angel hosta. It gets 24 to 36 inches tall and 36 to 48, and it says to plant 36 to 48 inches apart. So this is going to be a big one.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
This is the Abiqua drinking gourd. This one gets 24 inches tall and 24 inches wide. It's going to go in the corner.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
And this is Invincible hosta. This one gets 20 inches high and 20 inches wide.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
almost done. I just gotta round up these, hook up this timer. I have set her timer to go off every other day for 15 minutes at 5 a.m. Every other day for 15 minutes at 5 a.m. So we're gonna go ahead and start that. And then all she will have to do is water the hostas and that new rose on the other side until I get back over here and hook her other side of the house up to drip, because that is not hooked up. I have to get a new timer to set up on that water hose on that side of the house, because I don't have a way to go underneath the driveway to get to the other side, and I don't want the drip tubing to be on top of the concrete. So we're gonna have both of them set up. So we have to order a new one or go pick up a new one, and then we'll hook it up to that side and run drip over there so she won't have to water that. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up, and then I'm gonna water this one more time, and that's gonna be it. Alright guys, it's been a long day. Started off, worked in my garden for about a little over 3 hours, and then I've been here working for about 3 hours. It is right at 6 o'clock. I've been here since about 3:15. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys what we've done. So here we are. That mulch sure does make everything stand out and look really nice. So what I did was, didn't have much pruning to do because they're all so tiny. There are a couple of macrophylla hydrangeas back there that I have not trimmed off the old dead sticks. I'll do that when I come back. But as you can see, the ferns, there's an autumn fern, the foxtail fern there, and back there, they're both coming back. We got a bunch of hostas that have come back. The purple daydream loropetalums, I have one there. It's really dark, you can hardly see, but it's one there and one tiny one there. The big rose, I don't know what name that is, but a big rose that my mother-in-law had purchased and planted is there. We got a bunch of shoot, can't think of the name of it. I was just thinking about it about 20-30 minutes ago, what these low growing are, and it just escaped me. I will post on the screen what they are, but there's 4 across the front. They are low growing evergreen, and then they bloom a little bit, and then there's one there. Oh, I need to deadhead that. I'm gonna deadhead that. There's one there, and I believe one over there somewhere. My mother-in-law also went out and purchased some other flowers that she had dug a hole and just put the plastic pot in the hole, so I had to dig those out. It was 2 of them. I dug those out and planted them, and I fertilized everything, and so we'll see what we get this season. I put my 2 daylilies there. There are 2 there, and then there are 2 over on the other side. We'll go over there in just a second. Here's the other side. Here is the Earth Angel rose that I planted from Heirloom Roses. The 2 daylilies that I planted. And then we've got, I cut back all of the daylily foliage that she already had there that had turned brown. So I just pulled all of them out, and the ones that were still green, I cut them back. I believe they're daylilies. They look like daylilies. She didn't know what they were. I'm assuming they're daylilies. But this whole thing was just packed out with a bunch of dead foliage. So I pulled what I could, cut what I could not pull. And then we've got a couple of hydrangeas that are like holding on for dear life. There, there's
Hi,
one there,
you are currently
and a
being
couple
recorded.
over here. I have not done anything back there. There's a bunch of weeds that I need to get to, but we'll do that another time. Over here, I planted 1, 2, 3 hostas, and she already had 1 hosta planted and fertilized and watered those in. I believe, I don't know what this is. She doesn't know what it is. It looks like a salvia to me. So I talked to her about it's a very shaded area back here. She's got 1 there, 1 here, and then another one right there, right next to what looks like another daylily. She said that this is the first year they put on any growth, and I told her it's because they're not getting any sun back here. So I don't know what we're going to do about those. She really likes them, so we'll have to look and see if maybe we might need to move those to the front bed, because the front bed does get a little bit of sun throughout the middle of the day. We're going to finish all of this off and mulch all this when I come back. I need to put in the drip irrigation first, and then we'll mulch it. So yeah, guys, like I said, it's been a long day. I'm glad I was able to come over here and touch up and kind of give her garden a little sprucing up, although we're not completely done. We're about 75% of the way there. I just need to get a new smart timer, come back, lay out the drip irrigation, possibly tuck in a few hostas where I pulled out all of the daylilies and where I cut out all of the dead foliage, possibly put in some hostas there, and then mulch it. That's going to be about it. My mother-in-law loves a nice garden bed, but she does not like a lot of upkeep. She don't want to come out here and do a whole lot of pruning and tending to it. So hopefully, like I said, hostas, things like that we can put in that are just like chill perennials that's going to come back. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do any pruning. You just pull off and throw away the dead foliage. That's perfect for her. With that, guys, I want to thank you for coming along with me in this video. Whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you're having a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of it, guys. Bye-bye.